You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of ABK Media Group, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County every day at 9 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Hey, welcome to another edition of Good Morning Gwinnett. I'm your host, Audrey Bell Kearney. Hey, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world listening to this show. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett. The sun is shining bright. Right now, it's about 82 degrees, going up to a high about 93. So even though it's fall, it is still very warm here in Georgia. Listen, Georgia is one of those places you can have warm weather all the way through December. It's just weird like that. I'm not complaining because it's not really hot. It's beautiful. Like we have like this beautiful like fall weather all the way through December. Then we get like some cold time right around into January, February. You might drop down to about 17, but that's like for like 2 days. And I don't even complain about that. I just don't go out the house those days because, you know, it's like that's one of the perks of having your own business and working from home. When it's like 12 degrees, you ain't got to go out. Yes, one of those great things. And I'm blessed to have a perk like that. So glad to be here with you today. Today is Thursday, September the 26th. I know I'm not here tomorrow, so I got to give a shout out to my brother whose birthday is tomorrow. My brother, Coach Bell in New Jersey. Your birthday is tomorrow, bro. Happy birthday. Yeah, he's like, he and I, we're like two peas in a pie. Like, we're very close, and I love him dearly. So I want to wish him a happy birthday. Yeah. So listen, beautiful day. Let's get on in and jump on in and get started. You know, today Thursday, so I always start at 11 o'clock on Thursday. Sometimes, I'm thinking about doing 9 o'clock. And it's only if I change some things around on my schedule to keep it more consistent. But I've been doing the show now at 11 o'clock on Thursday since conception. So, but just thinking about, you know, I'm still thinking about expanding. I'm still thinking about changing some days around. I have a segment coming up on some Fridays, not every Friday, but some Fridays called Beyond Gwinnett, where I interview people from different places and different parts of Georgia and different parts of the world and different parts of the states. So I'm a little bit excited about that. I got some interviews coming up with other people. Just happy. I was in an event last night hosted by Mark Dill. So Mark Dill has a huge network of podcasters down here called Atlanta Podcast, and it was really a nice event. I was at a brewery in Marietta called the Ironmonger, and it was really a cool spot. Like, that's where he held his meetup last night. It was a meetup of all these podcasters. We got together, we chatted, we drank. I don't drink beer, but I drank a ginger soda, which was good. It looked like a beer, so I didn't feel left out. But it was just interesting to meet some amazing people, some who have podcasts and some who are just starting out, and just to be able to sit there and just kind of just like shoot the breeze and, you know, tell them some of the best practices of things, the way I do things. You know, Mark is big in podcasting, and I've been there for a long time, since about 2009. There was some other people who were veterans in the room, but a lot of startups. And it was cool to see some of the ideas. Like one young lady, her podcast is called Dateless in Atlanta. Yeah, her name is Selena. So watch out for Selena, because her podcast is called Dateless in Atlanta, because she lives in Atlanta, and she said she was dateless. It was hilarious, but she's an actress too. So just watching her and talking to her, I said, girl, you got to marry those two things together, because you would have something powerful right there, especially if she does skits. So I'm sure she's going to have a great podcast, because she just was just looking at her and talking to her facial expressions. Like, I'm thinking about her now and I'm smiling, because her facial expressions, the way she move her hands and talk and stuff, it's like she's an actress. And so she is always in actress mode. Now I'm here, I'm thinking about that, because she was funny to me just talking about it. She like, I'm dateless in Atlanta. There was another young lady, what was her podcast? Her podcast was, I think it was All About Atlanta. I think hers was called All About Atlanta. And she does all of the things that happen in Atlanta. Let me tell you, there's a lot going on in Atlanta. So she's never, ever, ever going to run out of stuff to talk about, because she focuses on entertainment and events and things like that and what's going on around Atlanta. There's something to do in Atlanta every single day. So she's never going to run out of stuff to talk about. She just has to get her structure in place. So we talked a little bit about structure and how to get that in place. There's another young lady who was a chef, And so her podcast is going to be about, she's from Indian descent, but her podcast is going to be about Mediterranean and Indian food married together. I know that's probably going to be amazing. So she and I talked a little bit about what she could do in that. She was trying to make it really broad. And I said, listen, because she was scared to niche it down. I was like, nah. I said, think about my podcast. My podcast is a local podcast that's global. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talk about local events, but the podcast is global because it's in 100 countries. And so she's like, oh, I'm so glad you said that, because she was really struggling with, I want to reach everybody. And it's like, yeah, don't worry about reaching everybody. Worry about reaching the people who wants to know about Mediterranean food, because I don't know if you've heard it or not, but the Mediterranean diet is supposed to be the best diet you can eat. So there are people out there who are very, 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 very health conscious, and that's the diet that they follow. Or there are people out there who want to be that health conscious and who would love to know how to do that. But then you got people who said, you know what, I really want to know about how to cook Indian food. Like, it took me a long time to try curry chicken. I'm talking about a real long time. Like, I only tried curry chicken probably about 5 years ago. Yeah, and my daughter's been eating that stuff forever. So I finally tasted it. I was like, man, this is great, right? But I used to wouldn't eat it because the spices would make me kind of feel like nauseous. And so she brought me some one time and I tasted it. And I think after I tasted it, the spices they didn't make me feel nauseous anymore. So I really like curry chicken. And I said to her, you got to think about those people. You can't be everything to everybody. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so glad I met you, because now that lifts off a lot of weight off my shoulders about trying to figure out what am I going to do and who am I going to target. I said, there are people who love Mediterranean, who wants to learn about their whole Mediterranean diet. There are people who love Indian. I think the fact that you're going to marry the two together is amazing and very unique. And so, that was a conversation. There was another young lady who was a podcaster for her company. She had a job, and they produced a podcast for the company, which I think that's amazing. Like, if you have a company and you have someone in your company that's working with you in the marketing department, I think every company should have a podcast, every one of them, because that only helps you further your message, and that only helps you create awareness about what you do and how you can service the people that you're trying to service. So she was telling me that she had a podcast just for that. Let me see, who else did I meet? I met a gentleman. It was so funny. He has a company. So down here in Georgia, a lot of people put their garbage cans, the big one, like we got these really big garbage cans, they put them inside their garage and they smell horrible. We can't put out, it smells too bad because we eat a lot of crabs and fish in my house, so that is disgusting. So our garbage can is outside in the back, and my uncle rigged it up so we can just, and it's down on the ground. So my uncle made this he's like MacGyver. So my uncle's like MacGyver. So he made this thing where we could just lift the top up from the top of the deck and drop the garbage bag down. So because we had it in the garage and it's awful. So, but this guy, what he does is his business, he's launching a new business, and his business is to come around and clean out your garbage can that's in your garage. Now, I don't know how that's going to go, but he want a podcast to talk about that. So I gave him some ideas about, some possible joint ventures he could do, and, how to move his brand further along and things like that, and some collaborative ventures that he could probably do. So he was excited about learning that little bit of information from me. So it was really, really cool. Anytime I get a chance to talk about this stuff, I do. And, it was nice to be in a room with people who was passionate about podcasting, because it's a great platform. And it was a lot of people there. So I met a photographer. So I met a photographer. I think his name was Kyle. So Kyle and I was trying to shake hands, and so beer got wasted all over me. So I got beer all on me. I was like, my husband's gonna think I'm drunk when I get home because I got beer spilled all over me. But Kyle was a photographer, and his girlfriend listens to true crime podcast, but he was thinking about maybe starting a podcast because he is a photographer and a videographer. And I was like, that's a great idea. So he and I talked for a while. And then Mark and I, we talked about doing some collaborative ventures together, because Mark he's just a wonderful guy too. He's just easy to talk to, and just a really, really nice guy. So shout out to Atlanta Podcasters and Mark Dill over in the Marietta area. Had a great time last night. Looking forward to our next get together. And I'm going to host one. I think the problem with mine, like I've tried to set up meetups here in Gwinnett County. I think the issue is that I try to do them at lunchtime, and it needs to be an evening event. So I'm going to go and put something on the schedule for an evening event. I went to a place that I thought would be great to do a meetup, and the person didn't get back to me. So now I have to move on to the next place. So I'm going to go and put one on the calendar for November and December, and we're going to see how that works out. Yeah. So anyway, today is September the 26th. Let's get on in there and start our horoscopes. And we're going to, brought to us by neuter astrologer Michael Thyssen. And we're going to go ahead on. I won't make you wait any longer. And kick it off with Aries. Aries, get motivated and follow up on some self-improvement resolutions. Love can be heightened if you sit down and discuss your future plans. You will learn valuable information if you travel today. All right, that's my husband. He's an Aries. Okay, so you want to sit down and discuss these plans, Aries. Yeah, I'm talking to my husband. He's probably listening. He listens at work sometime. Taurus, in-laws cause difficulties. Travel should be considered. You will be able to catch up on overdue paperwork. Make amends if you can. Anytime you can make amends, do so. Life is short. You don't want to get caught out there with an angry heart. Don't do it, Taurus. Gemini, you will be able to find the perfect outfit and the greatest new accessory for your house. Tell it like it is. Oh boy. Oh, Geminis they normally tell it like it is. Tell it like a tis. Your passionate mood will be well received by your mate. My mother is a Gemini, my uncle is a Gemini, and they usually tell it like it is, to the point where I say, you shouldn't have said that, because sometimes she don't even know she done said something to piss somebody off or cause a problem. I was like, but you shouldn't have said that, Mom. You should have. So yeah, they tell it like it is. Cancer. You need more time to think this whole situation through. Join groups or humanitarian nature. People you live with would not be terribly happy with you regardless of what you do today. Nah, I don't know about that. I don't know. Leo, you need to spend some time reflecting on past experience and involvements. Don't deny yourself today. Sudden romantic infatuations could lead to a significant and prosperous connection. Okay. All right, Leo, that sounds promising. Sounds real promising. Virgo, be sure to take time for old friends or relatives. You don't get to see that often. You can travel for business or pleasure. You're in the mood to spend time with your lover. Okay, Virgo. I know a Virgo who has a lover. You want to spend some time with the lover today, Virgo. You in the mood for that quality time. All right, listen, I'm going to a song, and I'll be back to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by astrologer Michael Thyssen right here on the Good Morning Gwinnett Show.
Tell me your story. Tell me what made you change your mind. How you move forward and still go against the tide. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you a daily horoscopes brought to you by Neuter astrologer Michael Thiason. We're going to pick it up with Libra. Don't trust others with your private information that could be used against you. Consider residential changes. Either moves or renovations could pay off. You can make a huge difference to children if you're able to put yourself in their shoes. Listen, keep your business to yourself. I say it all the time. If you don't want nobody to know about it, don't tell nobody. Then you got to worry. Scorpio, don't give your heart to someone who may not live up to your standards. Don't lower your standards, Scorpio. You should get out and meet new people today. You must take care of health problems that have been lingering. Don't let them linger too long. If you don't have your health, Scorpio, you don't have anything. Let me just tell you that. I talked a whole lot about health yesterday. Check out that episode if you missed it. Sagittarius, you may find that extra cash will come in handy when an opportunity to invest comes along. Overindulgence may cause conflicts. You will inspire confidence in others. Watch out for the coins, Sagittarius, and be an inspiration to somebody today. That's great. That is always wonderful when you can inspire somebody. You know, it's such a great thing, and I say this not to be boastful, but this one young lady said to me, and I could feel her frustration. This is a young lady. I think her podcast is all about Atlanta. You know, she said to me, I reach out to people and they don't reach back. And I had to tell her, listen, that's the nature of this beast that we follow. There are people out there who are so big right now that they feel like they can't talk to the small person. And I always go back to somebody who I thought was very humble, and that was Mark Victor Hansen. And for those of you who don't know who Mark Victor Hansen is, he is the co-author of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series, not books, series of books. And I got a chance to interview him like 3 times. And at the time, he was on the West Coast in California, and I was in New Jersey. And my show would come on at 7:30 on a Saturday morning. And I said to him, I said, you know, after the 3rd time, because he did it 3 times, I said to him, and because I think the first 2 times we had some technical problems. We did it, but it was awful, like I couldn't air it. And I said to him, hey, listen, let me ask you a question. Why did you do my little show? And not only did you do it 1 time, you did it 3 times. And he said to me, you never know who you're going to touch, who you're going to reach. And he said, so I never give up an opportunity to share my message. And I was like, wow, I took that to heart. And so when people reach out to me, I always try to reach back to them. Some people won't because they're just so big. I mean, Mark Victor Hansen, who's bigger than Mark Victor Hansen, right? But he did my show twice. I got him through his publicist. He had a publicist. Now, I didn't just email him. He emailed me back. I emailed his publicist, and she set up the whole interview for me. But what I'm saying is sometimes people think that they're so big or that your show is so small they won't do it. Mark Victor Hansen said you never give up an opportunity. So what I said to her was, don't let those people get you down. Keep going, because there are a lot of people out there with some great messages that just wait for you to show up and interview them. So the people that you're trying to get, if they don't, there are a lot of amazing people in this world, let me tell you, who have some amazing stories. So, you know, a lot of times we want the big dog. We want to say we interviewed this big name person and that big name person. But you miss out on the opportunity. On this platform that we do, you have the opportunity to talk to some amazing people. They don't have to be big name people to have like a big story. You know what I mean? So sometimes you got to just start where you are and don't worry about the big names, because the bigger you get, they'll find you. Let me say that again. The bigger you get, they will find you. All right, let me keep going. Capricorn. You need to start planning that vacation. No partnerships will develop if you join investment groups. New partnerships will develop if you join investment groups. Like, well, another money day. This must be the money month. What is it, September? I need to make some investments real quick. My horoscope didn't say anything about investments the whole month. Misunderstandings could cause confusion and upset, Capricorn. So watch out. Aquarius, real estate ventures will be to your advantage. Don't let those close to you get under your skin. Creative education pursuits will pay off. Listen, Aquarius, don't let them get under your skin today. Don't do it. It's a beautiful day. And my fellow fish Pisces, Advancement can be yours if you put your efforts into work-related matters. Yes, baby, yes. That's where all my efforts go anyway. Your family may not be pleased with your decisions. You'll be prone to tears if your mate is harsh with you today. Yeah, I don't know about that, because I don't know. All right, so those are your horoscopes brought to you by Neuter astrologer Michael Thyssen. I'll be back on Monday to give you more of what the stars have in store for you. But now let's get on to some news you can use. People helping people. Yeah. So thanking Good Samaritan healthcare volunteers. These are people who work with Good Samaritan healthcare volunteers to bring an array of services to people who are underserved in our community. And these people volunteer their times and their talents to do that. And Good Samaritans just want to say thank you to those who help out by providing dental services, medical services, mentoring services. And a lot of times we don't even know that these people are out there and need these help, but there are people who come forward and say, you know what, I want to lend a hand. So there are a lot of volunteers that work with Good Samaritan, and they want to say thank you. Good Samaritan is an organization that provides these type of services, but without the help of you who volunteer, a lot of this stuff would not be made possible. So it's you that step up to the plate and say, hey, I got a minute to volunteer. I got some talent to volunteer. I'm talking about delivering quality, affordable health care and dental and counseling service to customers. It's mentoring young people, just a lot of stuff. And a lot of times, good deeds go unrecognized. So just the fact that Good Samaritan want to say thank you to all of his volunteers, I want to make sure that you hear the message as well. So if you're not reading it on Gwinnett Daily Post, I'm saying it here on the show. And if you know somebody who has volunteered at Good Samaritan, tell them that the Good Samaritan folks said thank you. They really appreciate all the hard work that you put in to help them make things possible. So far this year, volunteers have spent more than 12,000 hours in the clinics. And by the end of the year, 40 graduate students will have honed their skills with the help of the people over at Good Samaritan. So recently, a newly licensed nurse practitioner wrote to them and said, my time at Good Sam was more than a clinical requirement. It gave me the desire to give back to my own community and serve through God's love. Not only is she now working in an urgent care center in North Georgia, she's volunteering at a nonprofit clinics in Gainesville. So she got a career experience there at Good Samaritan Center, Health Center, and now she's going on to take what she's learned and help in other areas. So, sometimes you just got to say thank you. You got to say thank you. And thank you to Gwinnett Daily Post for posting this. And thank you to the people at Good Sam for putting this all together so that people can volunteer to help people who are underserved in our community. So let's give all of these guys a round of applause. Everybody. Gwinnett Daily Post, Good Samaritan, and the volunteers. Yes, gotta say thank you. People helping people, that's what it's all about. Keep doing good. God is watching. Yes, he is. You may not think he is, but he's watching. Yeah, so he see the good. It's like Santa Claus. He see the good and he see the bad because he's watching. All right. So Gwinnett Tech and Grayson Tech is partnering to have a new veterinarian surgical suite on the high school campus. How cool is that? Yes. This is going to give high school students at Grayson Tech the opportunity to learn about the veterinary science program. And so if they are thinking about being a vet, this is a great opportunity for them. I think that is amazing. I got to tell y'all something. I was going to be a nurse at one point. And my mother told me not to do it because she knew I was very, I'm kind of squeamish. I'm squeamish about certain things, So I worked in a hospital for 8.5 years, right, in the x-ray department. I was in the union. 1199. And I had my daughter, and I was like, when it was just me, I was cool working in x-ray. That's where I worked. I worked in radiology. I was cool working there because, I was just, all I did was party, shop and party and travel. I was young. I didn't have any responsibility. So all I did was shop, travel, and party. That's what I did. But when I had my daughter, I said, you know what? I got to do something different. I got to do something better. And so I was already working in a hospital. The union paid for my education. So I decided to go back to school to be a nurse. My mother said, don't do it. Because she knew me. She knew that I was one of those people that I couldn't stand to see pus. Now, blood doesn't bother me. Even looking at, organs and stuff, it's like the ilky stuff, like the runny, I'm sorry to be so graphic, but it's like the infected things, like that stuff I can't stand. And so but I was chasing money. I was like, I'm gonna be a nurse because nurses make a lot of money and they work 3 days a week. And I went to school to be a nurse, and I went all the way through. And I got a A in anatomy and physiology 1 and 2. So I was serious until I got to clinical. And when I got to clinical, and the first thing we had to do was change a colostomy bag, that did it for me right there. I was done. Literally, like I wouldn't even go in the room. They was like, today we're going to change a colostomy bag. I was like, no. And I that was it. That was the end of my nursing. After 2 years, so it was like 2 years I wasted. So I shared that story with you to say it's a great thing that now students can take veterinary classes in high school, get their hands wet before they spend thousands of dollars in college and waste time and money, only to discover they don't like it, right? Or they don't have the stomach for it. For me, I didn't have the stomach for it. Like I did not. And I was like, oh Lord, this is not gonna go well. But my mother gonna go well. But she knew me. She knew the things that didn't bother other people. Like blood don't freak me out. You know, looking at organs, it's the other stuff, like the infection stuff, that freaks me out. And she knew that because I worked in a hospital. I remember one time somebody came in and they had chicken pox, right? Freaked me out. I broke out in hives. I had to go home for 3 days. I had to go to employee health, and they sent me home for 3 days. I had calamine lotion all over me like I had chicken pox. Just because I saw the person and they had like these little things. Like I hate that Skittle. Have you ever seen that Skittle commercial where the little boy got Skittles all over his face? Breaks me out. Like just to think about it, my skin is crawling right now. So she knew me. So I shared all that to say, I think the fact that Grayson Tech and Gwinnett Tech have partnered to put this surgical suite on campus, it gives these students the opportunity to test the waters before they get out. You know, before they get out of high school. If they thought about being a vet, here's an opportunity to get real life experience while you're in high school. Because high school is free for you. When you go to college, it's not free. So don't waste time and money doing something you really don't want to do because it sounds sexy or you think you're going to make a lot of money. I did that. It's the wrong thing to do. So that should be an interesting program at Gwinnett Tech. Grayson Tech, not Gwinnett. And, well, the partnership between Grayson Tech and Gwinnett Tech. I think that should be an interesting program for the students and a very, very life-changing program for those who are looking to, be a vet. Our little need love, too. We got a little dog. Her name is Diamond. She's a little demon dog because she's so mean. All right, listen, I'm going to go to a song, and I'll be right back after this next song to give you more of the rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County right here on the Good Morning Gwinnett Show.
You said that you needed me like a cargo, you would carry me. I just hope you know my depth, even though it makes no sense. Sometimes I'm broken, too much of emotions. Sometimes I'm the lightning, don't wanna pick a fight with. Everything seems so good, I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me if I'm in the dark? I'm calling up 'cause I'm right under the stars. Would you run on me leaving this mark? But baby, I'm the one who's breaking hearts, one who's breaking.
Kearney, giving you a daily rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. So Sugar Hill awards $1 million contract for bowl improvements. Yes, the Sugar Hill Council recently awarded $1,079,109 contract to Barnsley Construction Group for improvements to the Bowl concert venue. The design includes new concession kiosks between City Hall and the suites, upgraded seating options and surface materials in the bowl, and permanent divider panels in the suites. Barnsley Construction was the lowest of the 4 qualified bidders for the work. The project is expected to take a little over 6 months to complete and be ready in time for the city's first concert in the 2020 concert series. All right, getting some updates. Yes, making it beautiful. I love it. I love it. I can't say it enough. It's beautiful. Yes. All right, so you want to keep Snellville clean? Yes, you do. Snellville Clean and Proud information meeting is set for today. So if you want to keep Snellville clean, you want to find out how you can get involved. Snellville residents who are interested in keeping their community are invited to attend an informational meeting tonight at 6:30 at Snellville City Hall, which is located at 2342 Oak Road. During the meeting, Emmanuel will talk about the organization, and Solicitor General Brian Whiteside and Snellville Police Chief Roy Whitehead will talk about steps that are being taken to catch, cite, and prosecute people who are illegally dumping litter in the community. Catch them and prosecute them. I don't even throw people on the ground. And so my family and friends, they think I'm strange anyway. But if someone's with me and they throw paper on the ground, they have to pick it up. That ain't my thing. Don't litter. Keep our world clean. I don't do it. I don't throw paper on the ground. And if you with me and you throw paper on the ground, I'm looking at you real crazy for you to pick it up and put it in the garbage can. Because here's the thing: how much effort is it going to take you to put the paper in the garbage can? Like, I never understand why people just throw stuff out the window and just make a mess. I don't. Just ride down the street and just throw it out on the ground. Just wait till you get it to a garbage can and put it in the garbage can. So cite them. Give them a ticket. I am for it. Because you shouldn't throw it on the ground. Yep. The program has gotten off to a good start with several groups adopting roles and others in the process of selecting a role. He said, he's also found that quite a few people regularly pick up litter. Some go out specifically for that purpose. I've seen this old man around here. He goes out and he because sometimes like the grass is cut really nice, like coming into the subdivisions, and people just ride by and just throw garbage. But I seen this little guy, I guess he doesn't have anything to do, but he really wants stuff to stay clean, so he'll go out and he gets this little thing, look like a little nail, the little stick with the nail, and he's cleaning up. Yep. Snellville Clean and Proud has already had some success in the community. The group has picked up nearly 40 bags of litter along Oak Road over the course of 2 pickup dates. The city official, other groups in the community have formed to emulate that Snellville Clean and Proud is doing well. So if you are interested in becoming a member of the Snellville Clean and Proud team to keep your area clean, keep your city clean, you can go this evening at 6:30 to the Snellville City Hall, and that's located at 2342 Oak Road, and find out what you need to do. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. I'm just saying. Yes. Be proud of where you live at. I mean, that's all I'm saying. Be proud of where you live. It's important. Yep. Sugar Hill vending machine offers a $5 art piece. How cute is that? So you can buy art out the vending machine now? Yes, you can. Sugar Hill is now home to the Art-O-Mat, a rehabilitated cigarette machine that sells original works of art from artists across the country for only $5. I think I would like to do that. I would like to collect that. Art-O-Mats can be found in galleries, shops, and museums like the Smithsonian's, the Boston Museum of Fine Arts, and now in Sugar Hill. Okay, Sugar Hill, you up there with the big dogs. Smithsonian, the Boston Museum of Fine Arts. Sugar Hill's Art-O-Mats is one of just 2 in the state of Georgia. Art-O-Mat can be found inside the East Center, located at 5019 West Broad Street, downtown Sugar Hill, next to the Central City Tavern. That is so cool. Bring cash. This old school vending machine only accepts $1 bills and $5 bills. There are around 400 contributing artists from 10 different countries currently involved in Art-O-Mat, the project, and they are always searching for fresh work. That is so freaking cool. So you can go to this vending machine in Sugar Hill and you can buy original work from artists, from 400 different artists in 10 different countries. That is really cool for only $5. So you can have an art piece for $5. For more information about that, you can go to sugarhillarts.com/artomat. Artomat. Sugarhillarts.com, and you can go to Artomat. That is really, let me tell you something. You got to be creative. Like if you are an artist and you want to get your artwork out there, listen, be creative. That's what I was telling the people about podcasting. Like podcasting is a platform. Podcasting is a platform that will allow you to get your information out there on so many different places, and because it, like, you can get a company that automatically syndicate your stuff. So if you ever heard of like syndication, and I'm a very do-it-yourself kind of person. Sometimes not a good thing, but for the most part, I'm impatient, so I don't like to wait. So for me, being able to do my podcast and get it onto iHeartRadio and Spotify and SoundCloud and TuneIn and Google and Apple Podcasts and Amazon, even Alexa, these are the places that you can listen to this show, right? You can syndicate. It gives you the opportunity, but you got to be creative. You got to seek out information. And you got to be creative. That's why I'm excited about Podchicks, because I know that when I talk to people and they say, I just don't know where to start, go to podchicks.com, right? Go to podchicks.com and join our community, because in that community, I share all I'm not holding back. I'm sharing it all, but you got to be in the community. Or you got to catch me on a night out like last night. You'll get a little bit. But I can't share everything in 3 hours, just networking with a bunch of people. But inside of the Podchicks community, I'm sharing everything. I'm not holding back. I'm showing you how to get your app on, get your show on Alexa, how to get your show on Google, how to get it on Fire TV, how to get it on Roku. These are outside of the box places. Just like these people who put their art inside the vending machine, this is the outside of the box kind of part of podcasting. Because Apples and Google, Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts, those are pretty much traditional when it comes to podcasting. Like if you get with the right platform, they automatically syndicate your stuff to those platforms. And been on Amazon Fire TV, and been on Alexa, and been on Google Home and Apple Home. Those are all outside of the box places. So you got to think outside of the box, especially if you're trying to grow a business. Whether you're an artist, a podcaster, a business owner, you have to be able to think outside the box in order to grow. Now, I'm not saying try to take on a whole lot of stuff, but you need to be creative. And if you find that you're not the creative person, then you need to find someone and put them on your team who's creative, because it's going to help you grow. I would have never thought to put art inside of a vending machine. But now that I have, I'm like, heck, what else can you put inside of a vending machine? I'm always looking for opportunities to stand out. Always. I look at TV and I'm like, wow, that's a good idea. I'm thinking, I wonder, can I put that into my company? I'm always looking for that opportunity to be different, right? Because you have to stand out. We live in a crowded world, and social media has made it even more crowded because of so much content out there and so many things that you can watch and listen to. It's crowded. You got to figure out how to stand out. Now these guys, you got 400 artists that say, hey, my art is inside a vending machine in 10 countries around the world. That's impressive. But not only is that impressive, there's a whole lot of people that's going to get opportunity to see these artists and the work that they put out. That's what's impressive. You got to think outside the box. Listen, I'm going to go to another song, and I'll be back in a few seconds to give you more of the rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County, right here on the Good Morning Gwinnett Show.
Some time, but we pointed out that tomorrow isn't here right now, baby. An absent mind came to roam around, captured you in a foggy cloud, baby. Standing on my toes on the edge, I'm ready to go. See it clear when the shadows are lit, I'm ready to go. Mexico. Captured you in a foggy cloud, baby. Standing on my toes on the edge, I'm ready to go. See it clear when the shadows are lit, I'm ready to go. I'm taking matters into my own hands now. Let's face it, we only got this life to live out. So follow me, I'm ready to go. I'll take the lead, I'm ready to go. Even if you lose your hope, I will be there to pick you up. Even if you can't let go, I'll untie the invisible ropes that keep you down. I'm taking matters into my own hands now. Let's face it, we only got this life to live out. So follow me, I'm ready to go. I'll take the lead, I'm ready to go. Ready to go.
Welcome back to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. I'm your girl, Audrey Kearney, giving you a daily rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. All right, so grand opening for Burger 21 at the Mall of Georgia in Beaufort. So, yeah. So, there's a Burger 21 that's just opening up by the Mall of Georgia in Beaufort. If you want to check it out, you can go to 3385 Woodward Crossing Boulevard, and that's in Beaufort. So, if you like burgers, check out Burger 21. You never know. Here's the thing. They probably already filled their jobs, but just in case they didn't, check it out. They may be hiring some people. Go there with your resume. Make sure all the gaps are filled in. Make sure you got the proper ID. Make sure your background check is going to come back clean. Make sure everything is good. All right? Check it out. Burger 21. It's opening now in Beaufort, 3385 Woodward Crossing Boulevard. That's Suite 350 in Beaufort. All right. You want some laughs tonight? Faison Love is coming to town. You want some laugh? 8:30 to 10:30. Faison Love is going to be at Atlanta Comedy Theater, located at 4650 Jimmy Carter Boulevard, and that's suite number 114B in Norcross. Yeah, so you want some laugh? So Faison Love was in the movie Friday, and he was also in Elf. So if you know those movies, you've probably seen him. He's also in Couples Retreat. He was a black guy in Couples Retreat, which was a funny show. Him and what's my boy name? God, I can't think of oh God, I can't even think of their names. But that was a funny show. Friday was funny too. I don't think I saw Elf, but Couples Retreat was really funny. Oh my God, his name is right on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, Faison is gonna be at the Atlanta Comedy Club tonight. So if you want some laughs, this is your opportunity to go check it out. It's not free. You gotta buy a ticket. Tickets are $20. Yes, but you want to laugh, you can. The Atlanta Comedy Club, 8:30 tonight, located at 4650 Jimmy Carter Boulevard, suite number 114B, and that's in Norcross. Check them out. Get your laugh on. All right. You want to do something other than laugh tonight, but you want to have a little bit of play in your life? So Rock the Presidents is at the Aurora Theater right here in Lawrenceville. If you want to check that out, check it out. September the 26th, that's tonight. Yep. Learning all about the history of our American presidency is a lot easier for young people when they are sizzling guitar riffs and great downbeat. So they are rocking the president. It's like Schoolhouse Rock. Yeah. Catchy songs help reinforce historical facts and inspire students to want to know more. Get ready at this first fast-paced, nonpartisan musical takes the musical that takes you from George Washington to today, all in an hour. Yeah. So you want to rock the presidents tonight with the kids? You can do that over at Aurora Theater. So go to auroratheater.com for more information and find out how much tickets are and what time performances starts. Yep. That's a great... Listen, music is powerful. I'm just saying. Music is powerful, and if you can use music to educate people, why not do it? And our kids love music. They do. My granddaughter right now, all I gotta do is start humming. She has the biggest smile on her face. And so now she knows how to clap her hands. So I'm like, clap your hands, clap your hands. She started clapping and she's smiling. They love music. So use music as a tool to teach. Why not? It can be more than just entertainment. Use it as a tool to teach. I'm just saying. You know, Halloween is right around the corner. So you got haunted houses and haunted cemeteries. All that stuff is right around the corner. You know, there's a gentleman, and I'm probably going to interview him soon. But he made a movie about fear. Like, why are people attracted to fear? Like, why do you want to go to a haunted house and be scared? Like, that's a weird thing, right? But people love them. I've never been in a haunted house. I don't know why. Probably because I watched too many crazy movies when I was younger about haunted houses, and I'm not going in. So, but people love them. And just in case you're one of the people that love like these haunted things, there's a haunted cemetery tour. Also sponsored by the Aurora Theater. If you want to go, the tour begins at the at Aurora Theater and ends at Aurora Theater, which is located at 128 East Pike Street in Lawrenceville. Yep. If you want to go, you can go. Tickets are $25. The tours are every Friday and Saturday in October. They're going to start in October. It starts at 8:30 to 10:30. Now, next Friday and Saturdays, they only going to have one tour. That's at 8:30. So, October the 4th and 5th, which is next weekend, you can only get it at 8:30. But after that, you can get it at 8:30 and 10:30 at night. So, if you want to go on the cemetery tour, this is your opportunity to go on the cemetery tour. Haunted cemetery tour. Yep, $25 tickets. The tour begins at the Aurora Theater and ends at the Aurora Theater. If you got questions about that, you can call 678-226-6222. Again, that number is 678-226-6222. Go on the tour. Be scared. It's Halloween time. People love it. All right, listen, that's all I got for you today, guys. I'm going to go to my last song, then I'm going to come back and give you my inspiration of the day before I say goodbye for the weekend. Stay tuned.
I wanna run away, wanna make mistakes now, 'cause I don't wanna stay, wanna live my own life, wanna feel passion for something or someone that makes my world turn upside down, wanna give it up for something or someone that's better than this. So don't be too offended, I have to leave, there's nothing in for me, no, I'm not fitting in, I've packed my things to go, am I being naive? But it's my choice to make, it's my new rebellious way.
Welcome back. Listen, guys, that's all I got for you this week. It's Thursday, so my weekend begins today. Not really, but the show ends today and starts again on Monday. But before I go, I want to give you a little bit of word of inspiration. It's still Thursday. Some of you still have like a couple of days to go before the weekend kick in. But you got to get through this day. So I love to end the show with inspiration because I feel like it's just going to help you for the rest of the day. You just never know. You never know. You want to feel good for the rest of the day. And I want to be a part of that whole feeling good kind of thing. You know what I mean? All right. So listen. My inspiration for today is this. A lot of people give up just before they're about to make it. You never know when the next obstacle is going to be the one, be your last one. Don't give up before you're just about to make it. It's like the field of what do you call it? I can't think of it, but it's like 1 inch from richness, I think it is, or something like that, or 2 feet from gold, or something like that. Like you're almost there, but you give up just before you get there. Don't give up. Keep moving forward. Whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, just know that if you stay on course, you'll get there. But don't give up because you never know how close you are. Like I do this show every day. I love it, right? I never know who's listening. I never know, people are listening to this show. I picked up clients in Tennessee because of people listening to the show. And that's a great thing. I don't even know how the lady found me. I don't know. I picked up speaking gigs because of it. And if I had given up, I would miss these great opportunities. You never want to give up. I know you get tired. I know you get weary. I know you feel beat down. Sometimes you feel helpless and alone. But just don't give up. Take a minute, step back, relax, think about it, get refreshed, get revitalized, and start all over again. So listen, that's all I got for you this week. I'm so glad you spent the last 55 minutes with me because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent it with me, and I appreciate you. I do. Listen, go over to goodmorninggwinnett.com if you miss any episode of the show. Share the show with your friends, your family. Make sure to follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Also on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett and on Twitter at GMGwinnett. I'll be back again on Monday, God willing, at 9 a.m. 9 a.m., God willing. Be safe this weekend. Tell somebody you love them. Give them a hug. And until next time, y'all. Do me a favor. Just do me a favor. Make it a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much for listening again. Love you guys. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye now.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in daily at 9 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you miss an episode, go to www.goodmorninggwinnett.com to catch up. If you like this episode, go ahead and subscribe to the show now and share it with your friends.